Let's walk on the wise path.
Welcome, seekers of wisdom and enthusiasts of personal growth. Today, we embark on a journey through the profound teachings of the legendary Pythagoras, the polymath whose influence resonates through the corridors of time. Although much of his life remains shrouded in mystery, Pythagoras left behind a legacy of wisdom that extends beyond geometry into the realms of music, philosophy, and ethical living. Join me as we uncover 6 life lessons inspired by the extraordinary Pythagorean philosophy lessons that continue to inspire and guide us in our quest for a fulfilling life. Lesson 1. Appreciate music. Pythagoras, often celebrated for his mathematical prowess, was also a maestro in the realm of music. His profound insight into the connection between mathematics and music birthed the Pythagorean tuning system, a legacy that continues to influence musical theory. Legend has it that Pythagoras, while strolling down a busy street, discerned the harmony in the cacophony of a blacksmith's workshop. He realized that the size of the tools influenced the sound they produced, unraveling the mathematical underpinnings of musical notes. This revelation led to the development of Pythagorean tuning, a musical system that bases the ratio of intervals on the simple yet elegant ratio of 3:2. Pythagoras understood that the mathematical precision in the arrangement of musical notes could evoke emotions and resonate with the human soul. He went even further with his theory of musica universalis, or the music of the spheres, postulating that celestial bodies moved in accordance with mathematical equations, producing a celestial symphony beyond the scope of human hearing. In essence, Pythagoras elevated music from mere entertainment to a transformative force capable of connecting one's soul to its divine nature. His teachings inspire us to appreciate music not as a background noise, but as a powerful form of expression and therapy. Music, like medicine for the body, has the potential to heal the soul. It can soothe stress, ignite motivation, and guide us through a range of emotions. Pythagorean followers integrated music into their daily routines, using it to start their day with energizing compositions and end it with calming melodies. In our modern world, where music often serves as mere background noise, Pythagoras reminds us to treat it with reverence. To truly appreciate music, one must listen actively, allowing the notes to penetrate the soul. Close your eyes, immerse yourself in the melody, and let the power of music resonate within you. Pythagoras believed that music compositions could be crafted for specific purposes to calm, excite, motivate, and evoke specific emotions. Thus, understanding the profound impact of music and using it intentionally can enhance various aspects of our lives. Moreover, Pythagoras recognized the persuasive power of music. Just as film scores manipulate emotions in a movie, music can influence our feelings and perceptions. By consciously choosing the right music, we can manipulate our own emotions positively. In moments of stagnation or despair, the right music can serve as a guiding light back to happiness. Pythagoras' lesson on appreciating music encourages us to recognize its therapeutic potential and integrate it into our lives consciously. Pythagoras' contribution to the world of music goes beyond scales and notes. It delves into the very essence of human experience. By appreciating music as a profound form of expression and therapy, we can tap into its transformative power and enrich our lives. Lesson 2. Don't get stuck in the finite. Pythagoras, the ancient sage, imparts to us a timeless lesson on transcending the transient and embracing the eternal. Central to his teachings is the concept of metempsychosis, also known as reincarnation, or the transmigration of souls. Pythagoras believed in the immortality of the soul, positing that after death, the soul enters a new body, transcending the limitations of the physical form. This profound philosophy encourages us to despise pursuits that are confined to the realm of the body, pursuits that lose their significance once liberated from the physical vessel. Pythagoras, in his wisdom, prompts us to focus on the immortal aspect of our being, the reasoning soul. Reason is immortal, all else mortal, he proclaimed, highlighting the enduring nature of intellectual pursuits and spiritual growth. The practical application of this lesson involves a daily examination of our actions and thoughts. Pythagoras challenges us to ask 3 pivotal questions before we close our eyes each night. What have I done today? What haven't I done today, but should have? Have I turned away from doing the right thing today? This introspective practice serves as a guide for personal growth, pushing us to continually evolve as individuals. By prioritizing the immortal our reasoning, thoughtful self over transient bodily desires, we embark on a journey toward a more meaningful existence. Pythagoras' emphasis on reason encourages us to delve into profound thoughts about the world, the human condition, purpose, and the meaning of joy. In a world often preoccupied with fleeting pleasures, this lesson challenges us to seek deeper, more enduring truths. To further facilitate a life centered around the immortal, Pythagorean followers adopted communal living. By sharing possessions and responsibilities, they eliminated competition, materialistic pursuits, and the distractions of bodily wants. While such extreme communal living might not be practical for everyone, the essence of the lesson remains relevant. Prioritize the eternal over the ephemeral. Pythagoras urges us to liberate our minds from the shackles of temporary desires and embark on a journey of intellectual and spiritual exploration. By regularly taking time to contemplate the deeper aspects of life, we can move beyond the finite and embrace the eternal truths that lead to a more fulfilling existence. Lesson 3. Think before you speak and act. Pythagoras, the sage of antiquity, leaves us with a valuable lesson in self-control and thoughtful action. In anger, we should refrain both from speech and action, he wisely advises. This timeless wisdom underscores the power of restraint, encouraging us to pause and think before allowing our emotions to dictate our words and deeds. The human experience is often fraught with intense emotions, and anger, in particular, can cloud our judgment and lead to regrettable actions. Pythagoras understood that true strength lies not in impulsive reactions, but in the ability to govern oneself. By refraining from immediate responses in moments of anger, we gain control over our actions and contribute to a more harmonious existence. Pythagoras' insight prompts us to recognize the potency of silence. In the heat of the moment, choosing not to speak or act impulsively can be a powerful demonstration of self-control. It signifies a conscious decision to let reason prevail over emotion, acknowledging that not every battle requires an immediate response. In the modern world, where communication is instantaneous and reactions are often swift, Pythagoras' lesson becomes increasingly relevant. The practice of thinking before speaking or acting requires a conscious effort to recognize and manage our emotions. It involves acknowledging the intensity of the moment and choosing a response that aligns with our values and long-term goals. Moreover, Pythagoras encourages us to view silence not as a weakness, but as a strength. In a society that often values outspokenness and assertiveness, the ability to remain quiet in the face of anger is a skill that sets one apart. It demonstrates an understanding that words spoken in haste can have lasting consequences, and that the measured silence can be more impactful than impulsive words. Practicing this lesson involves cultivating emotional intelligence, the ability to recognize and manage one's own emotions and understand the emotions of others. By developing this skill, we become adept at navigating challenging situations with poise and grace. We learn to express ourselves thoughtfully, choosing words that contribute to understanding rather than escalating conflict. Pythagoras' lesson on thinking before speaking and acting is a timeless guide to navigating the complexities of human emotions. By embracing self-control and valuing the power of thoughtful silence, we not only enhance our individual well-being, but also contribute to a more compassionate and understanding world. Lesson 4. Think for yourself. Pythagoras, the ancient philosopher, implores us to break free from the shackles of conformity and embrace the liberating power of independent thinking. Do not take roads traveled by the public, he advises, challenging us to seek our own paths, forge new perspectives, and think beyond the limits of conventional wisdom. In a world that often dictates norms and routines, Pythagoras' lesson encourages us to cultivate individualism and creativity. He recognizes that the majority tends to adhere to established patterns, limiting the inventiveness required to pioneer new ways of thinking and living. By encouraging us to carve our own intellectual and spiritual paths, Pythagoras sparks the flame of innovation and self-discovery. The practical application of this lesson involves questioning societal norms and challenging preconceived notions. Pythagoras prompts us to be curious, to explore the uncharted territories of our minds, and to resist the gravitational pull of conformity. While societal expectations may provide a sense of security, true innovation and personal growth arise from the courage to think independently. To think for ourselves is to tap into the boundless potential of our minds. Pythagoras recognizes that the public mindset often lacks the depth required for true innovation. By embracing independent thinking, we become architects of our own intellectual landscapes, discovering novel solutions to old problems and envisioning new possibilities. Moreover, Pythagoras' lesson on individualism extends beyond intellectual pursuits to encompass life choices and values. He urges us to have well-thought-out reasons for our decisions, emphasizing that blindly following the crowd stifles our ability to discover our authentic selves. By questioning the status quo, we uncover our own unique perspectives and contribute to the diversity of thought that propels societies forward. Pythagoras' teaching challenges us to embrace the power of our minds, to think independently, and to explore the uncharted territories of our own intellects. By doing so, we not only enrich our individual lives, but also contribute to the collective pool of human knowledge and progress. Lesson 5. Be gentle to those around you. Pythagoras, the ancient philosopher, presents a profound lesson in universal compassion and respect, a lesson that extends not only to our fellow humans, but to all living beings, including animals. Animals share with us the privilege of having a soul, he declared, urging us to treat every living entity with kindness and consideration. This teaching reflects a holistic approach to compassion, recognizing the interconnectedness of all life. Pythagoras' philosophy of gentleness implies a universal respect for the sanctity of life, emphasizing that every being, human or animal, possesses a soul deserving of consideration. By extending compassion to animals, Pythagoras suggests that we cultivate a gentleness that ripples outward, positively impacting our relationships with fellow humans and the world around us. The practical application of this lesson involves adopting a lifestyle that reflects compassion toward all living beings. For Pythagoreans, this meant abstaining from the consumption of meat and living in harmony with animals. While such practices might seem extreme to some, the essence of the lesson remains relevant to recognize the value of every life and to avoid causing harm unnecessarily. In the modern world, where the treatment of animals is often a subject of ethical concern, Pythagoras' lesson encourages us to be mindful of our choices. It invites us to consider the impact of our dietary and lifestyle decisions on the well-being of animals and the environment. By making conscious choices that align with principles of compassion, we contribute to a more ethical and sustainable world. Furthermore, Pythagoras' teaching on gentleness extends beyond our interactions with animals to encompass our relationships with other humans. By fostering a spirit of kindness and respect toward all, we create a positive environment that encourages cooperation and understanding. Pythagoras understood that gentleness is not just a virtue, it is a universal charity that begets reciprocal kindness. Practicing this lesson involves cultivating empathy and mindfulness in our daily lives. It prompts us to consider the consequences of our actions and choices, urging us to align them with a spirit of gentleness. By treating others, whether human or animal, with kindness, we contribute to a more harmonious and compassionate world. Pythagoras' lesson on being gentle to those around us serves as a timeless reminder of the interconnectedness of all life. By extending compassion to animals and fellow humans alike, we contribute to a world where kindness and respect form the foundation of our interactions. Lesson 6. Have self-respect. Pythagoras, the ancient sage, imparts a lesson of paramount importance, the cultivation of self-respect. Above all things, respect yourself, he declares, emphasizing the foundational role that self-respect plays in leading a purposeful and disciplined life. For Pythagoras, self-respect extends beyond the realm of self-care. It involves fostering a strong sense of purpose and instilling self-discipline in daily life. Pythagoreans, followers of Pythagoras, embraced a disciplined lifestyle marked by strict schedules, rituals, and dietary restrictions. While such practices might seem rigorous, the underlying principle is applicable to individuals seeking a life guided by purpose and self-control. The practical application of this lesson involves developing a daily routine and adhering to a set of principles that align with one's values. Pythagoras believed in the power of self-control, the ability to govern one's actions and thoughts. This includes finding the motivation to persevere in the face of challenges, maintaining focus on long-term goals, and resisting the allure of temporary desires. Self-control, as advocated by Pythagoras, is not about suppressing individuality, but about channeling one's energies toward meaningful pursuits. It requires a thoughtful approach to decision-making, acknowledging the potential consequences of each choice. Pythagoras' insight that the oldest, shortest words, yes and no, require the most thought, underscores the importance of deliberate choices in cultivating self-respect. Moreover, self-respect involves finding balance, recognizing the difference between being a people-pleaser and being selfish, between being overworked and being lazy. Pythagoras encourages us to engage in introspection, contemplating what we truly want and what actions align with our authentic selves. By doing so, we avoid the pitfalls of both excessive conformity and rebelliousness, finding a middle ground that fosters self-respect. In essence, self-respect is a journey towards self-discovery and self-discipline. Pythagoras teaches us that by respecting ourselves, we set the foundation for a life guided by purpose and meaning. It involves a continuous process of refining our values, aligning our actions with our principles, and embracing the self-discipline required for personal growth. Pythagoras' lesson on self-respect is a timeless guide to living a purposeful and disciplined life. By cultivating a strong sense of purpose, practicing self-discipline, and making deliberate choices, we embark on a journey of self-discovery and personal growth. As we reflect on these 6 life lessons inspired by Pythagoras, let us internalize the wisdom of this ancient philosopher. Pythagoreanism transcends the boundaries of time, offering us a blueprint for a life enriched with purpose, compassion, and self-discovery. Embrace the harmony of mathematics and music, navigate the transient nature of the finite, exercise self-control in moments of anger, forge your own path through independent thinking, extend compassion to all beings, and cultivate self-respect through discipline and balance. May the echoes of Pythagoras' teachings guide you on a journey towards a life well lived, where reason, harmony, and eternal truths illuminate your path.